Hi friends, today we will be doing a small operational video of S132. It is made by Sutoetech, and Sutoetech is a company which is into compressed air and gas instrumentation. So this is basically a particle counter for compressed air, and the model number is S132. There are two models in compressed air. One is S130, one is S132. S130, the minimum particle count is 0.3 micron till 5 micron, while S132 measures from 0.1 micron till 5 micron. So normally nowadays in most of in many industries like pharmaceutical or in some other industries, they require to check the particle count of the air, compressed air, till 0.1 micron. So this is the instrument for it. So this is the box, portable box in which it comes, this box. So it's a portable instrument which you can use in factories. So like we will open it. So this is an operational manual of S132 particle counter. This is the operational manual. This is calibration certificate of this is the calibration certificate of S132 which comes along with it. So we'll keep this aside. Okay, this is the instrument. This is the instrument. I will just first show you what all things comes along with it. So this is the instrument, this is the operational manual which comes with it. Then this is a charger. It comes with all the world adapters for European and other nations. So this is the charger. Then along with it also comes some other accessories. So this is basically the pipe through which you can connect to the factory line. As you can see, so it comes with a connector, which you can connect into the factory line, and this connector, it connects to the S132. So this is the tube. Then also it comes with these small wall connectors. So you can, if you are monitoring your compressed air for a longer time, you can mount this particle counter on the wall. Then along with it, this is the USB cable. This particle counter can also, it also records the data. It has a data log inside, and you can just take out this data log through this USB cable and transfer it to your PC to check the results in the PC and to make the reports. This is basically the connectors which you can use to basically connect it with the RS132 or Modbus output if you want to connect it with a PLC or something. And this is a small this is basically a small test measurement adapter to check the compressed air. The S132, this basically requires clean oil-free air. So to check the compressed air, if it is having a lot of moisture or lot of air inside, lot of moisture or lot of oil inside, this test adapter is first used. So this is all. It comes along with this thing. So now we will just keep this box aside. We don't require this USB cable right now. We don't require these adapters as well as right now. We don't require these also as well now. So we'll just keep whatever we require right now. So we'll keep this box aside. We will take this out. So we will just connect the adapter first. So okay, so I will just show you this particular thing here. This is basically the inlet air. So we will just open it. So it has a small connector. So this is for the inlet air. Then here you can see there are a few connections. This is the outlet through which the air is basically purged outside in the environment. This is the USB. This is the USB for basically, you can see this is the USB. So you can connect your USB cable here whenever you want to take you want to transfer your data log from this instrument to the like computer. Then there are 3 connections here. So as you can see here, it is mentioned A, B, C. See, this is A, this is B, this is C. The C point is basically to connect it to a Modbus or something output. And in the A and the B, you can connect the power in here. Also, these are also you can also connect 4x20 mA analog output in these, or you can connect some alarm or something to give you an alarm if the particle count goes above a particular limit. So we will connect our this thing to the power to here to the B part right now. As you can see, this it has started on here. It will take the initial 5 minutes or something to purge the air from the previous test. So here you can see it is purging the air from this particular point. It is purging the air. So it will take initial 5 minutes to purge the air. In the meantime, I will show you basically what are the different parameters it will show you. So this is S132, as you can see. It is presently okay. So right now I will just show you the different things. It has, this is the it shows you in per meter cube. So basically what does it does, it has a sampling flow of 2.83 liters per minute. So if you run it for 30 minutes, it will accumulate the first 30 minutes of air inside, and it will give you a particle count for every minute, and it will add on it will add on those counts, so that in 30 minutes it will show you around 80. In theoretically it is showing you 85 liters, but the company has put in a factor inside the software, so that it will show you 1,000 basically 1,000 liters per minute, 1,000 liters of air. So it will show you in meter cube as such. So after 30 minutes, in the first 30 minutes it will accumulate air. In the 31st minute it will purge the first minute of air, And so every time it will keep on 30 minutes of air inside, and it will show you a data wherein it is actually taking a factor and then showing you a per meter cube of the air, how much count of different sizes are there in per meter cube of air. Okay. So these are the counts: 0.1 to 0.5, 0.5 to 1, 1 to 5, and 5 greater than 5. Second, this is showing the sampling flow. This is showing the model number. It is saying sensor status OK. So OK means that the sensor is working good. There are like if in case if this like the presently the sensor status is saying OK, so it means the sensor is OK. So in case this sensor status if it is saying OK, then it indicates that everything is normal. If it says service, it indicates that this instrument needs to be serviced, and for that you should contact the dealer or the manufacturer. Service can also be shown if the air is supplied with a very high concentration of particles, or if the supply pressure is below the required minimum pressure. So this instrument works from 0.3 bar till 15 bar. So if the pressure is below 0.3 bar, then also it can show you the service point. So in such cases, you make sure that the instrument is operating in the specified pressure range of 0.3 to 15 bar. And if there is a very high particle count, then you can purge the air from the device for about 10 minutes, because sometimes the air particles remain inside the tubes and the pipes inside the circuitry from the last test. So you need to purge that air out so that it can take fresh air inside, and then it will tell you the actual particle counts. Then this particular thing, this 49, 40, 57, it shows the progress of the sampling or the purging process. So initially, when you start the instrument, it will purge the air inside for about 5 minutes. Then it will do sampling. So for every 1 minute sampling, it will show you how much sampling in percentage it has done. And after every 1 minute, it will increase the count. It will put the count in this and accumulate it. It gives you a cumulative count kind of thing. Then this particular this thing, this is actually shows the last 4 particle counts of each channel in a bar graph. So when we will do the testing, I will show you it there. Then this particular thing, this is the status bar, and we will tell you more about it later. Then this line, this black line, in this there are some quick buttons like trend. Trend is basically if you want to click to switch to the graphic view, where the 4 channels and their particle counts over a period of time are displayed in a line graph. If you click the value, if you click to the value view, the 4 channels and their particle counts are displayed in real time as like this here. If you click to the menu, then you click to the main menu. We will tell you more about the main menu later. And this camera icon, it is basically to click to capture the current screen. So you can read out these screenshots through the USB port later. Then there are in the above unit, in the status bar, there are some other units which can be shown in a later time. Like if you connect the USB stick, then a USB stick connected will be shown. Like these are some units which can be shown. USB stick connected is like when you connect the USB stick to the instrument, it will show you in the status bar. If the sensor connection has changed or it is not matching with configuration, then it will show you this small S in a triangle. If the logger is on, it will show you a logger version. If the sensor calibration is expired, it will show you the C inside a triangle. If there is an alarm connected to it, then the alarm gets triggered. It will show you the alarm symbol. If there is any error in the system, it will show you this system error. The system error. If the sensor unit is not matching with the configuration, it will show you this particular error. If there is it will also show you the battery backup status. If it is S132 also comes on a battery. Right now we had connected it to the electricity. So in that case, it will show you a battery backup status. And then if it is connected directly from USB to PC, then it will show you this USB to PC connection. Also, these are two lights. It means the power is on. It means it is counting. Though we have not connected the compressor right now to it, but when we connect it to it, it shows counting. This, as I told you, is the inlet mount, and these are the 6 mounts. In one mount we had connected the electricity. You can see this electricity we had connected. This charger we had connected to this. This is the USB mount. These are the 2 other mounts through which you can take the outputs, and this is the point from where the air is purged outside. So we have this small compressor. It's a test compressor about having a 50-liter tank, and it can give air up to 8 kg of air, 8 kg of pressure. Then we have all the other things. We also have this filter, though it is used only for the testing purpose, just to show you a demo or something. So we have this filter. It is made by Suto only. So we will connect this compressed air to this filter, and then from filter to this laser particle counter, so that the air which goes inside, it is already oil filtered and everything. And this is the wire which we will connect with the laser particle counter to the thing. So we will first I will just do some basically I will do all the connections, and then we will come back later on. So this is the test measurement piece. We had basically run this compressor for 1.5 minutes. As you can see, it is having around 8 kg of pressure in this tank. So we will first check the quality of the air. For that, we will just connect this thing to it. So we will just check this particular air. So as we have seen that the air coming out is free of moisture and air. So now we can connect this compressed air with this pipe to the filter here, and then to the onwards to the particle counter. So I will just do the connection and then we'll show you. So now you can see we had connected this compressor to the filter, and from this filter to the particle counter, and now it will calculate the particle counts per minute. So right now it is showing sampling, it is doing the sampling. So because we connected in between when the sampling procedure is going on, so in the initial first minute it is not giving anything. We will give it some time. See, the first bar here, it is showing like from 0.1 to 0.5, the count says 2968. From 0.5 to 1 it is 35. From 1 to 5 it is 0 right now, and 5 above 5 is also 0 right now. So as soon as it will done another 1 minute cycle, this count will be it will show a cumulative count of the 2 minutes. So the manufacturer, they recommend to at least run it for 30 minutes first, and then for another 30 minutes. So actual sample should be at least 1 hour sample. Then it will show you the exact results for per meter cube of air. So in the first minute it is 2968 counts per meter cube for 0.1 to 0.5. Now the another cycle is completing. So it is showing in like 2 minutes, as based on a factor, it is showing 3098 counts per meter cube now. So as another cycle completes and another cycle completes, the count will go on increasing till 30 minutes, because the instrument accumulates air for the first 30 minutes. Then the 31st minute it will purge the first minute of air. In the 32nd minute it will purge the second minute of air. So every time it will have a 30 minutes of air. And like because since it is purging the air, so the count will become a little less. So that is why the manufacturer recommend to at least count for 1 hour to have an exact sampling rate. So this is the third. It is showing you again an increased count. So here you see there are 3 bars which has been there. So this is the last 3 minutes count. It is showing in the bar graph. Since in 0.5 0.5 to 1 it is just 35, so it is not showing something. And then the other it is showing 0, because so there are no bars as such. Like once there is almost 20-25 minutes of sampling, then it will show the graph. So basically here the compressor is again it is an automatic, it is on auto mode. So once the pressure reduces to a certain pressure, it switches it on to maintain the pressure. So these are the first four basically bars. It is showing the last 4 counts in 0.1 to 0.5. So now in the meantime I will show you the other things, and then we will run it for another 30 minutes. Like we haven't started the logger yet, so we will also understand how to operate the logger, how to start it, how to stop it, and all the other features. So first we will go to the status bar. Like this is the trend line. You will just click on it. So this is showing the trends. Right now it is showing only for this 0.1 to 0.5. You can open for all of it. Like you just have to click this. So now it is showing the yellow line. If you want for the other two as well, you just have to click them. So it will show you for all the four. If you want only for one particular channel, you can just deselect them. So now it is showing only for the one channel. So this is presently it's showing basically the trend lines for only the first channel. You can also change the timeline. Basically this axis, it shows you the timeline for how much time you want to check it. So you can change from here by clicking this. So presently for the available duration, it is showing in 1 hour 20 minutes for how much time. So you can decrease it for view duration. On the start time you can also decrease. Like presently it has started at 18:04 and the duration is 1 hour 20 minutes. So I will just reduce it to might be 1 hour I will, or 1 hour 10 minutes I will say. Okay, 1 hour 9 minutes. Second is this value. This value again you get back to the main menu. Here it is showing you in the values and the bar thing. Third is the menu. If you click the menu, then these are the things it is showing: the sensor setting, location setting, logger, files, service info, system settings, and the communication. So the sensor setting is basically to change the S132 sensor settings. I will show you what it does. It show. So it shows you the analog output, the counter setting. Like the counter setting, it is showing right now in counts per meter cube. You can also change it to counts per foot cube if you want. So right now we will change it to only counts per meter cube only. Then for the analog, it is showing for which channel you want, for which particular channel you want the counts. The compressor has started since it makes a lot of noise, so we will just pause for a second. So now the compressor has stopped, so we'll go back again. So in the menu part, in the sensor settings, in the analog output, for particular channel, if you want to have an analog output, it will show you, you can input the values yourself. In the counter settings, I have already shown you, it can show you in counts or counts per foot cube or counts per meter cube. So you can check which you want. Then in alarm settings, if you connect it with an alarm, then you can enable the alarm for some particular channel and you can put the threshold value. Then there is Modbus settings, so you can put all the Modbus settings, and the Modbus settings are here also given on in the operation manual. Then it will show you the sensor info, the sensor type, the sensor serial number, the firmware version and all. So we will come back out of it. Then the location settings. So it cannot change that the settings where the logger is running. Okay. Then the logger. So logger is presently it has started. Like we will just stop it. Okay, now we will do another log start. We will put the input description might be sample test 1. We will just put it sample. Space test, and then 1. Okay, done. So we will put this as a in description. So it is showing that it is waiting for logging. Okay, so we will just start the log. So now after 1 minute it will just show you, it is calculating all the 4 loggle channels, and it will show you how many samples per channel it has taken. So we'll come back out of it. So now, like when the first sample is done, it will show you in the logger status as the one sample it has taken per channel. So you can see here the counts per meter cube have increased as the number of per minute sampling rate is increasing, and this shows you the last 4 particle counts per channel. So now this one sampling has been done. So now I will just go into the logger status. See here it is showing that 1 sample per channel it has taken inside the logger. So now unless until we stop it, it will take on reading the samples per channel for all the 4 channels. The sample rate is 1 minute and the status is running. So from here you can stop or activate the logger status. We will go out of it. Then here it is files. So all the saved logger files it is showing here in the this logger status. If any screenshot with the camera it has taken, then it will show you the screenshot here. And for the memory status, it will show you how much memory is there. So like the free space is around 3.24. Total space is 3.43 and total files is 3. So it is only just 5% of the status has been, 5% of the memory has been filled. So we come out of it. Then the service info. In the service info, you can put the default. So we'll just check out how to connect, how to change this. So we have shown you the sensor settings, the location settings, the logger, the files, the service info. The service it will show you this. You can change the service info through the when you connect it with the PC. You can change if you it is basically to put up whom to contact in case any error comes. Then this is the system settings. In system settings, you can put a password. So if you enable password protection, in that case, no one can change the settings unless and until that password has been logged inside. So we are not putting up the password right now. Then this is the backlight. So you want to dim the backlight after how much minutes. If there is no activity, you can change that. Then this is the calibrate touch screen. So you can basically do the calibration of the touch screen if the touch screen is lacking. Then this is the language. You can change the language if you want. So this is the date time. You can change the date time. Right now it is 4th of January 2021. The time is 16:22, and this so it is telling you the date 2021. All this the time right now. Then it has a device info. So it tells you the device serial number and everything. Then the system update and the reset button, these are, since the logger is running, so you can't operate this. Otherwise, for the system update, if there is any update in the software, the manufacturer will send you the, like we will send you the update in a USB drive, or we can send you a software file, and you can you can transfer it to a USB, and from here, from the USB, you can update the software in this system. In the case, okay. So now, we have run this system for almost 50-55 minutes. You will just see. So these are all the settings as I shown you. So now you see. So here you can see the logger status. If I just check the logger status menu in the logger, it is showing 57 samples per channel. So it has taken 57 samples per channel, and in the value, if I show you the value, it is now showing 82. So it is showing that per meter cube of the air, there are 82 parts in 0.1 to 0.5. Between 0.5 to 0.5 micron, there are 82 parts per meter cube. So now, as I told you that it initially takes 30 minutes of air, accumulates 30 minutes of air, then it factors it to 1000 liters, which is almost 1 meter cube, and then the counts, this counts gets on decreasing till the actual amount of particles in that per meter cube of air it shows. So now it is showing after almost 57 minutes of running, it is showing you that in this particular channel, only 82 counts per meter cube is present. In 0.5 to 1.0, it is 000. Like it is showing you that thing. So we'll just check for one complete cycle if there is any change in the counts per meter cube. So it is showing that stable, there are 82 parts per meter cube in 0.1, between 0.1 to 0.5 micron here. So it is taking from the compressor. So from the air inside the compressor, the compressed air, it is having 82 pounds per meter cube of particles from 0.1 to 0.5. And this is the bar chart, this is the bar graph it is showing. So now we will just stop the reading, and we will just stop the logger, and then we will take the log basically. We will just transfer it to a computer or through a USB. We will just first we will take it in the USB, and then we will transfer the data to the USB to check how does it show the record. Okay, so we will just go to the menu part in the logger. So it has done almost 60 minutes of channels now. So we will just do a stop here. So it has this is the file number 005.csg saved. So we will go on to 0055. Before that, I will also show you just one more thing. So before that, I will show you one thing more. We will go into the value first, and we will just take a screenshot from here. Okay, so we will just press this. It is saying what is the screenshot file name. You can change the file name also. I will just input this only. Okay, it has taken one. Now I will take another screenshot. Okay, another screenshot I have taken. Now we will go into the value and into the not into the logger but into the files, and we will show into the screenshot. So we will just check this one. So now, like from here, you can shift it to the USB file. So we will just do one thing. We will just we will first connect to the one USB, and then I will show you the later part, how to transfer the data from the instrument to the USB, and then from USB to the computer. So for the transfer of data from S132 to the PC, we first connect this USB cable which is provided along with the S132. Then we will open up the Suto-ETech website. So this is the website name, suto-etech.com. Here in the website you go to the downloads, and in the downloads there is one software called S4A software. So we will just find S4A software. So here all the manuals and software, everything is given here. So okay, we'll just so this is the S4A software. We will download it from here. This is a free software. Like we had already downloaded the software. So once you download the software, run the software. After you run the software, this kind of an symbol shortcut will be saved on your desktop. So you open this software from here. Now you just detect it. So now it is detecting S132 because this is connected to this. You can read, you can click this read file from here. So these are the 4 files. This is the last file, 60 samples. We will just click it, and then we will click this read selected file. So from here we will read it. We will save it, like we had already saved it to our system. So I will just save it on my desktop. So here it is saved. Okay, like okay, I will just open it from here. So okay, so see, just again we will do it. First we will click this, then read selected file, then we will save it here. Okay, might be we will save it as 51 because already log005 has been saved. We'll save it as 51. So this, it will show you this kind of thing along with the graph of the values and everything, at what time, what is the thing. You can I'm to say small, you can make it small or the large, whatever you want. So you can like also do the scaling of the thing, like y-axis setting. You can do the y-axis setting, and you can do the x-axis setting as well. You can check for different like you can also change the display channel name and everything. So this is particular, this thing is particular, it is shown here, and the graph is like the file has been saved on your system. So this is the overall demo video of S132. Thank you.